Welcome to the Otaku Network podcast. My name is Steve.
I'm David.
And we are into week 3 of the 2026 spring anime season. This episode on Kirio Fan Club, Aimi and Nami are still struggling with how to prove to the other that they are the more worthy partner for Kirio. They're doing so at a family restaurant. And when two girls that go to school with them sit in the booth next to them, they get a new idea. Because the girls are talking about a creepy classmate of theirs who is known to perform sadistic experiments with other people's personal belongings. So they eagerly seek out this person named Manda, thinking that he's a scientist when instead he is an occult freak, not dissimilar to Gosen Kugi from Ranma 1/2. After a bit of an exchange between the three of them, Aimi offers up them as test subjects for his occult practices in exchange for him teaching them how to use a spell to make Kirio fall in love with them. At which point he brings out Death Note from home and writes both of the girls' names in it. Everybody knows what Death Note does, so they freak out, and he says, no, hold on. We can stop the effects by writing something underneath of it, and it'll just become prophetic. At which point, gets covered in poop, is put under Aimi, and goes on a date with Kirio, is put under Nami. We can tell who wrote that in there. Not to laugh at the occult, as Aimi tries to leave the room in disgust, she ends up slamming the door in front of a classmate who is carrying bucket of pig waste to use for their composting. He's probably the gardening club. I have no clue.
How they got pig poop in the middle of a big city like that?
Right?
Bad luck.
Yeah, indeed.
I think the occult is real in this universe.
Well, the girls are convinced, kind of. And after a bit more shenanigans, they break a special grade cursed item that Gosen Kugi wannabe has and are left with the task of repairing it because, Loner Creepy Boy is sad. And, they at least want to pay him back somewhat for his help. And as they're sitting at the same family restaurant trying to figure things out, who should show up but Kirio and Momose, who, due to Momose's suggestion, they sit with the girls. Aimi freezes. Nami does a pretty decent job of remaining a normal human being and conversing with them. But Aimi quickly gets Nami to leave with her to the bathroom so they can regroup and formulate a plan. Before they can figure out a plan, Nami is like, wait a minute, remember when you got covered with poop? I'm going to go back out there and get a date with Kirio. That doesn't happen yet. But what does happen through, again, Momose's action, is all four of them exchange contact information, derailing the girls' plan now and confusing them with happiness. Weird episode?
Weird episode.
I liked the Death Note joke.
I love that there was a Death Note reference, potentially a Jujutsu Kaisen reference.
Yeah.
There's
not a Ranma reference because
kind of sort of a Ranma reference.
No, because that's a common trope of like the creepy paranormal weirdo.
When he pulled out the Death Note, I was like Leo in that the movie where he's.
This is Dramatic Journaling, the TV show.
Death Note was really, really fucking popular when I was in middle and high school.
Yeah. I'm sure you had plenty of classmates that tried to pretend to have a Death Note.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, this was an okay episode. It had its amusing moments. I think the thing that's the most enjoyable about this is the antics of the girls and their stupidity and seeing kind of what level of stupidity they can do. And then the world around them being affected by their stupidity. Like with the breaking of the dude's cursed object thing, which is really just a really gross rendition of a bad children's toy.
Yeah.
It was really gross. I loved it.
He was just like a toe in a barrel. Yeah, no, I think that's really funny. I like Aimi's faces. Like
yes.
her like, and you're like, oh, that's an animation choice. It makes me laugh like every single time.
It's always a lot of fun in a show where where the characters' expressions become very stylized. Even more so if they take on a completely different animation style as emphasis to like how ridiculous their change in personality is. Let's move on from the ridiculousness that is Kirio Fan Club to the ridiculousness that is Rooster Fighter.
So this week on Rooster Fighter, we find out the name of the mysterious hen that wishes to kill Keiji. Her name is Elizabeth, and she is a spoiled rich bitch. She lived a happy life as a spoiled rooster with her rich owners, parents.
Adoptive parents, you could say.
Rich adoptive parents. And she had it made until she realized, I'm missing something in life. And that was a hot dickin' from a strong bird that saved her from a fucking demon. And then immediately got her heart broken because Keiji is a rolling stone. Because what do they say about rolling stones, Steve?
I don't remember.
They gather no algae.
Oh, is that what they say about it? Was that from the song?
Or moss.
I mean, because,
an analogy. Rolling stones don't gather moss.
Papa was a rolling stone.
The rolling stone that is Keiji refuses to stay put, and because of that, breaks her heart and makes her want to kill him because, every rational person decides if you're going to break my heart, I'm going to kill you. But she's not a person, she's a chicken. So they have glorious Mortal Kombat, which disrupts much of the city. And
R.I.P. the vending machine.
R.I.P. the vending machine. This ultimately leads to the police being called and the chickens fleeing the city. Once in the woods, and they have a moment to talk, we get exposition via the internet. Literally, Deus Ex Machina. We get a kind of sort of explanation that the demons might be evolving as they go from being primarily red and blue to having other colors, to which Keiji is like, holy shit, that snail might have been a mutated demon. And we also learn that some of the demons retain human intelligence, and some of them even retain human kindness and compassion. So, I really don't think that altered Keiji's disdain for demons at all, and will continue to slaughter all of them. But we, as the audience, now have a frame of reference and a background that some of these demons may not be all evil. From there, they go to a hot spring, do your typical hot spring thing. Little baby chick gets a name.
Pyoko.
Pyoko, that's it.
We also learn Keiji's sister's name.
Sarah. So we get a little bit more backstory about his sister being kidnapped. And
by the white demon.
By the white demon?
Potentially, anyway.
The white demon. And so that white demon potentially showed up in Tokyo? I don't remember what city she said. But she said it showed up in a big city, and Keiji saw a chicken hand, to which he's like, oh my god, that's my sister. And then it turned into a phoenix and cool shit. Anyway, the end of the episode, little baby chick gets kidnapped by a cat, and it appears as though the next episode is going to be save baby chick from cat. Let's go.
So we had a drought of chicken sex in episode 2, but they made up for it by 2 attempts of chicken sex in this episode.
Yeah, there was a lot of chicken sex.
I mean, no more than the first episode.
I feel like there was a lot of chicken sex. So much chicken sex.
Any amount of chicken sex is a lot of chicken sex.
In terms of chicken sex, there's a lot of chicken sex.
You can rub 4 nickels together now, David.
I could rub 4 nickels together. 2 in each hand.
That's right. You could do a magic trick.
I could. Watch me make 4 nickels disappear. Anyway, I found the episode entertaining.
It was amusing. Elizabeth is a fun character.
Elizabeth is a very fun character. I like her electro staff.
The only thing I can think of is that she was named Elizabeth because of the bird thing named Elizabeth from Gintama. So the only justification I can think of for that name.
Maybe.
Elizabeth from Gintama does not necessarily hold the same traits that Elizabeth from Rooster Fighter does, but come on now.
I'm very much enjoying Rooster Fighter.
Yeah, the fight between Elizabeth and Keiji was pretty fun.
It was really good. Even though it's like stereotypical shonen hot spring episode, which surprisingly show up a lot in shonen.
It's that fan service.
You're right. Chicken fan service. My favorite kind of fan service.
We've had a lot of chicken fan service.
Show is pretty gratuitous in fan service.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
All those people get rock hard to chicken. There you go.
Y'all need help.
This is your anime.
Need help.
Hey, we don't king shame on this show.
You're right.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate that the fan service central show this season was going to be Rooster Fighter.
I knew that she was out for his ass because
he was out for her ass
because of a one-night stand. Like, saw that a mile away, even from the previews. I'm like, that chicken hates that other chicken. This has got to be a sex thing.
I love how he tried to get it in.
Right. Yeah. They're fighting and he sweet talks her and goes right for the kill after like tonguing her, like made out with her. And they're just like, all right, time to, mount up. She's like, the hell?
Yeah.
This is not okay.
I was like, Keiji, my man, we get consent.
Yeah. Consent. Permission.
I love how he's like, you're mad about a consensual one-night stand? And she's like, bitch.
Yes.
Yes. It's because it's consensual does not mean I can be upset that it happened once.
You know what I appreciated with this episode? This section of the story didn't feel the need to give us a monster of the week again.
It didn't.
I liked that.
Yeah, there was no demon this week.
There was no demon fight this week.
Good
there
job.
was just, the skirmish between the 2 chickens.
I mean, technically there was a demon fight, but
that's flashbacks. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
And I like that Keiji's sister also had the breaking,
thing.
Giblet.
Yeah,
that unleashed supernatural powers.
Yeah.
She went in flame on mode.
Flame on.
Yeah. Let's move to something more serious. Although not really with this episode.
This episode was not very serious. Demons of the Shadow Realm was kind of lighthearted this week. Yuru, Dara, and Hana are fleeing across Japan. They come to a pit stop just outside of Fukushima. The only reason I know that is because I saw the sign in the background.
Yeah.
Take details you could have missed for 500, Alex. And yeah, they're basically fleeing across Japan to try to hide Yuru from Asa's corporation that she's indebted slash...
The Kagamori group or
Yeah, the
clan, whatever you want to call them.
Yes. So he's being hunted by the Kagamori clan slash group. For what purposes, we don't know, nor why he's being kept by Dara and Hana. The reason they gave is, we do not want you in the hands of other group. Why? You don't need to know.
No, I think we know. Because he was asking left and right to fill him in on what he missed. And they started telling him about the legend of the twins that split night and day. And how in different periods of history in Japan, when those twins would show up, it would be the portent of a great calamity, usually a fracturing war, that would happen within the nation.
But how do we know that Grandma's group isn't also trying to do that?
Well, because we don't know the catalyst of it.
Both sides could be bad.
Yeah.
And the idea
but it may be the
that
idea if both pieces are brought together, it could portend victory by one side versus the other.
Right. I think the idea we're trying to get here is that Yuru and Aza need to free themselves from attachments to these groups.
Their quote-unquote fate.
Yes. And they need to decide together to do whatever it is they're meant to do. They need to be free from external influence.
Instead of being used as pawns for a struggle over control.
Exactly. I think the portent of doom is that if they let their powers get used by external forces, then it's like doom, gloom, Japanese Civil War. But if they free themselves from external influence, I think maybe, just a hypothesis, they can not repeat what happened the last time there were twins that were split between night and day.
That's probably the moral of the story in the long run.
Free yourself from external...
Well, how to overcome fate.
Fair.
Which in this case, fate is just the machinations of people trying to control power.
Exactly. So that's basically the gist of what we got this episode. Besides Yuru trying to learn how to behave in a modern society.
He was real proud of himself for going through all of the steps for using the bathroom properly.
He was, except for using the hand dryer.
Well,
he's afraid of it.
You always got pants.
Yeah. He's very afraid of the small dragon on the wall.
I mean, it makes a lot of noise, man.
It does make a lot of noise. Dara and Hana decide, much to Hana's chagrin.
Hana doesn't decide anything.
That they need to get married to kind of hide in plain sight.
They're trying to be as inconspicuous as possible.
Exactly. And apparently, an older man marrying a younger woman.
How old do you think Hana is?
I don't know.
Maybe 30? 27?
Probably younger. Because in the flashbacks, she didn't... not in the flashbacks, in like the stories that he was trying to purport, is that she is not much older than Yuru.
Well, Yuru's 16.
Yes. So she has to be in early to mid-20s at the oldest.
Yeah. Dara's probably in his 40s.
Probably.
Yeah.
Late 30s, early 40s, maybe even mid 40s.
Yeah.
Quick, to the manga.
Well, we learn about Yuru's mother.
Yes, she's an outsider.
Yep.
Who stumbled upon
the village of the East.
Yes.
East Village, Higashi Village.
Oh, and then we got the really cool scene where Jin shows off the power of his demons, which purport as an anglerfish.
Yeah.
And
to save a woman that he knows.
Yeah, from a stalker.
I wonder if the woman maybe just works for the company.
No, because he said, "I'll let your boss know." I think
maybe not.
I think she hired the group. They might like do odd jobs like that.
I don't know. To me, it felt more like a personal thing.
Maybe
like he was helping somebody he cares about through a dangerous situation.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was an interesting scene.
I think it was more transactional. That
I thought was pretty well presented.
It was very well presented. I like the fish thing, like squeezing out of the elevator, like excuse me, and then the lady's just like
frozen because she's one of the special few people that doesn't have the ability to interact with demons that can see them.
Yep. Also, I loved the little dog freaking out at left and right.
That's just a standard trope of like animals can sense supernatural things when humans can't.
I just thought it was really funny how they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with the dog?"
It's a little dog. What do you expect?
But no, overall, very enjoyable episode.
You know what I enjoyed the most out of this episode? Was the attention to detail that was given when Hana was showing Yuru how to open up the onigiri package.
Oh, yeah.
How she's undoing the first, like part of the wrapper and it gets caught and she has to pull it more. And then they detailed that on the wrapper are actually instructions of the different components of how to take it apart. I was like, yep.
Or the little detail that she folded the seaweed back in on itself.
Yep. I was very mesmerized by that attention to detail.
It was very well animated too.
It was.
It was very good. This whole series has been pretty good so far.
It's fun seeing the fish out of water aspect with Yuru trying to adjust to living in
modern society.
Yeah.
I kind of like that trope where you take somebody who very ancient culture and just plop them into modern day.
Mm-hmm.
It always tickles me.
No, same. If there's a
And
lot.
then I
of,
always wonder, like, what would I do in this situation?
I think that's part of it too. There's just a lot of room for exploration and
Head games, thought project.
thought projects. Yeah.
No, I really like this so far. I like how they explain cell phones to him. It's like sending smoke signals. Ah, wait, this might. And then they completely understand it. He's like, I can't believe that worked.
Yeah, because, the past couple of times that Dara has tried to explain something to them, it doesn't work. And Hana has to step in and, be the translator.
Mediator, yeah. And he's like, I did it.
There was that moment in his face. He's like, I don't think this is going to work. Where's Hana when I need her? It's like, well, she's not here, and they want that answer. I think this is the best episode of the week so far.
Yeah.
Kirio Fan Club was okay. It was all right. It was fine. I don't know. I very tire of, the occult joke thing. The stupid, creepy occult character thing. That doesn't really amuse me that much because I've seen it just so much. And Rooster Fighter is Rooster Fighter. Though this episode of Rooster Fighter might be the most world. It's got to be the most world building of the story so far.
Yes.
Now we have 5 named characters technically.
I'm enjoying all 3 of the
We have a lot of exposition, more exposition than we've had in the past.
I'm enjoying all 3 of the shows.
No, they're fine. They're good. This is a pretty decent season in general, even beyond these 3 that we're watching. There's a lot of good stuff to choose from.
There's nothing really about the shows that I've been like,
Yeah.
eh.
No, I don't. I definitely do not regret watching them each week. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, just I look forward to watching all 3. I always want the next episode to come out right away, which I could technically watch more Rooster Fighter if I really wanted to.
We got anything else?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Well, thanks for listening and joining us on this journey. I don't know where any of these stories are going to end up. I believe we'll have to extend Demons of the Shadow Realm into the next core if it's going to be a continuous, because I think it's supposed to be a 2-core story.
Okay.
But I don't know when that second core is. I would be surprised if Rooster Fighter was more than 1 core, but you never know. Kirio Fan Club is definitely going to only be 1 core. All right, don't forget to check out the Wednesday episodes of Anime Plus, where we are going through the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya in celebration of its 20th anniversary. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notified when we have non-scheduled episodes dropping. And let us know what you're enjoying for this season, because there's a lot of really good shows. Check you guys next time.